Hey guys, it's ToProForuGames or Adam, and in this video I want to talk about the most underrated weapon here in Black Ops 3 Zombies, and I want to get right into it. I think it is the KRM. You guys have heard me talk about the KRM lately in some of my top 5s, but in this video I want to go in depth and really discuss the KRM. I want to go over the non-Pack-a-Punch version, the Pack-a-Punch version, and of course why I think this weapon is so overshadowed and so underrated here in Black Ops 3 Zombies. So the first thing that I want to discuss is the statistics for the non-Pack-a-Punched KRM, alright? So the damage for this weapon is between 15 and 225, and of course, since it's a shotgun, that will be multiplied by 4, but you really don't know what you're going to get damage-wise with this guy. The fire mode, of course, it's a pump-action shotgun, and here's the killer, guys. The rate of fire on this guy is 60 RPM, and to put that into perspective, the Argus, okay, the Argus is a lever-action shotgun. It does 63 RPM. The Argus shoots faster than the non-Pack-a-Punched KRM. The magazine size is 8, your max ammo is 48 in reserve, and of course 8 in your clip, and the mobility for this guy is high. Now for the upgraded version of this weapon, which is called the Dragon's Glare, the damage is 675. It's a solid 675. There's really no range, and again it's ×4, so a big leap in damage. Pump action shotgun, it doesn't list the rate of fire, but I can tell you the rate of fire is probably higher than the Brecci or even the Haymaker. So I would say the rate of fire is probably, let's say, around 300 for the upgraded version of this weapon. And that is a huge improvement over the 60 RPM that the regular KRM does. Your magazine size doubles, it is 16 shots, and your max ammo, you really don't get that much more ammo. You have 16 in the clip, 64 in reserve. Your mobility is high, and a little extra thing you get when you Pack-a-Punch this weapon is, of course, you have a bigger magazine, so it's an extended magazine, and you reload 4 rounds at a time, which really helps with reload speed. So now that we have statistics out of the way, it's time to get to the fun part of the video, and I want to talk about why is this weapon so underrated here in Black Ops 3 Zombies. And I think it starts with the non-Pack-a-Punch version of this weapon, and I know a lot of you will agree with me here. The non-Pack-a-Punch version of this weapon, it necessarily isn't bad, but it really isn't the greatest thing. When you look at the Haymaker or the Brecci, or even the Argus, you know, the non-Pack-a-Punch version really isn't all that bad. Maybe the Argus isn't the best thing in the world, but the Haymaker and the Brecci for sure. Those are two shotguns that are pretty damn good non-Pack-a-Punch. When you have Double Tap 2.0, the thing, it melts the zombies, especially the Haymaker, so you instantly think that that's what you want to get all the time, is those two weapons, and you don't really think about even getting the KRM and Pack-a-Punching it, because it's really not that good non-Pack-a-Punch. It shoots really slow, and whenever I have that weapon, I feel just really slow in general, so I never really wanted to get it. But now that I know that the Pack-a-Punch version is so good, I get it all the time, but I never use the non-Pack-a-Punch version. I never buy the KRM and then use it for a little bit until I have enough points to Pack-a-Punch it. No, I make sure I have enough to buy it and Pack-a-Punch it because I don't want to use it non-Pack-a-Punched. A huge reason why I think this weapon is so overshadowed is because of how dominant the shotguns are in Black Ops 3 Zombies. If you look at some of the other zombie games like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, or World of War, the only shotgun that really stands out to me is the trench gun. The trench gun is very similar to the KRM. The non-Pack-a-Punch version was definitely better than the non-Pack-a-Punch version of the KRM. But when you Pack-a-Punched it, it pretty much did the same thing that the KRM does. And here in Black Ops 3 Zombies, I think the Haymaker and the Brecci, again, going back to the non-Pack-a-Punch version, are really good. And the Pack-a-Punch versions are like just as good. That's what you expect from those weapons when Pack-a-Punch. And I think those two shotguns alone really overshadow the KRM. I guarantee you if the non-Pack-a-Punch version of the KRM was a lot better, better, I think it would probably be known as the best shotgun in Black Ops 3 Zombies, but those shotguns just overshadow the KRM so much. If you think about it, the KRM is a very special weapon because in Zombies, there aren't a lot of weapons that go from really bad to really good. It just doesn't happen. All of the good weapons in Zombies, they are pretty good non-pack-a-punch. Look at the PPSH, guys. The PPSH is pretty much the god weapon of Call of Duty Zombies. That thing absolutely destroys pack-a-punch. But when you look at the non-pack-a-punch version, it's pretty damn good too. Or in Black Ops 2 Zombies, the AN-94, which is a wall gun as well, non-pack-a-punch, it is a pretty damn good weapon. There aren't a lot of weapons in Zombies that go from really bad to like the best thing in the world. So I gave you guys a couple of reasons of why I think this weapon is so overshadowed here in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now I want to talk about why I like this thing so much. And right off the bat, it's an effective gun. Like, it does work in the higher rounds. Like the mid-20s, that's where you really notice how good this weapon is. Of course, everything after round 30 or 40, it just isn't effective anymore. But in those mid-round 20s, this weapon absolutely melts zombies. And I personally think it's just as good as the KRM. It may shoot a little slower than the KRM, but it is probably just as effective. Another reason is it's a wall gun, okay? You don't have to waste your time going to the box trying to get this weapon, and it's actually cheaper than going to the box. This weapon costs 750 points off the wall. You just have to make sure you buy it and then go pack-a-punch it right away. And the number one reason why I think this weapon is so good is how it destroys bosses. Like on Shadows of Evil, it destroys the Margwal. On Dreisendrache, definitely the best weapon for killing the Panzer. And of course, if you want to use it on Zetsuba no Shima and kill the Thrashers with it as well, it is just as effective as, maybe not as effective as the Marshall 16s, but again, it's a wall weapon, guys. We don't have to waste any time going to the box, and it's probably going to do the same amount of damage. So overall, guys, the KRM is bae. It is literally an amazing weapon, and if you haven't used it already, give it a go. Try it out on the bosses, try just killing zombies with it, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So anyways, guys, it is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, like always, make sure to leave the video a thumbs up, and in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think about the KRM. Do you guys think it is a underrated weapon, or are there any other underrated weapons in Black Ops 3 Zombies you want me to go over? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.